Guys, the markets are doing it again. The markets are crushing it today. It's currently 1:45 p.m. on the East Coast. We have the S&P up 0.5%, the Russell's up 0.8%, the NASDAQ 100's up 1%, and the Dow is up 0.2%. So we got to break down some charts, my thoughts on the markets, and like you guys saw in the title, 3 oversold stocks to buy now. So sit back, relax, hit the like button, subscribe, check out my Patreon down below if you guys want all my buy, sells, call outs, morning update videos, plus more. And let me tell you, I've made a lot of moves today. All of those moves are on Patreon, link down below. And with that being said, let's get right into the video. So SPY hit a brand new all-time high today at $455.90, and it seems like we're breaking out. We're breaking out above 455, and I've been on record saying I don't know if this is going to happen this week, the next week. I have no idea, but I think now that we're breaking out of 455, 460, 465 is in the cards. I think we are going to ultimately see another leg up in the markets, and the 4-hour chart backs that up. The yearly chart backs that up. And maybe even the 3-year chart. Let's pop that up. Yeah, the 3-year chart backs that up as well. So this could very well end up being a buy the breakout opportunity. And if I pop up the SPY intraday chart, we saw some selling pressure this morning. We were trading at 454 pre-market. We dumped down to about 452 when the markets open, about 10-15 minutes in, and then buyer stepped in and rushed this thing all the way to all-time highs, which makes me think that this is a buy the breakout opportunity even more, considering this little pullback, this little blip that we saw got bought up so quickly and so aggressively, right? So SPY's crushing it. It's breaking out. We'll cover more about SPY. We'll talk more about it in my video later on today. So make sure you guys subscribe because we still have about 2 hours left in the session, and really anything could happen between now, 1:50 p.m., to 4 p.m. when the markets close, at least here on the East Coast. So yeah, make sure to subscribe. Hit the like button, drop me a comment, let me know your thoughts, and let's get into now the 3 stocks that I'm looking at. And I guess in the second group of stocks that we're going to talk about, there's multiple that I'm looking at, so I guess there's more than 3 in this video, but screw it for the title. We're putting 3 oversold stocks. So let's go over number 1. Number 1 is NIO, and I've talked about this before. You guys know that I've been talking about this stock for probably over 3 years at this point, ever since, let me see here on this 3-year chart. When did this stock go public? I remember this like it was yesterday. This went public. A lot of people were calling it the Tesla of China, and believe it or not, my OG viewers know I was buying NIO when it was $2-3, $6-7. I think my average cost now, I've averaged up on this. It's like $13-14. So I have brought my average up a little bit. And now we're sitting at $40. You know, it's doing very well. It hit an all-time high of $67 in the beginning of 2021. And now on the 4-hour chart, what we're noticing is we're still pretty oversold. I mean, this thing is down 35%, and it looks like it's reversing. It's oversold and it's reversing, which means it could be a good opportunity to get in as we're confirming the breakout. And by that, I mean, look, we're trading above both moving averages on the 4-hour chart. We're seeing a golden cross as well. The 50's crossing above the 180 SMA. And this is a huge deal considering we were seeing a death cross, a bearish cross, ever since the middle of July. So over 3 months of selling is what we saw on NIO, and it was trading under both moving averages for 3 months. And now over the past week, almost 2 weeks, we've been breaking out. NIO's ran from 33 to 40. It's above the moving averages, like I said, golden cross, all that good stuff. And today we're up 5%. the bulls are taking it higher. We actually took the highs out from last week, which is also a confirming sign that this wants to go even higher. And I think we're trading at a multi-month high now. We're actually inching above the highs from the beginning of September, right around 41 bucks. And if we end up clearing that level, which I'll put my alert right now at about 41, let's put it at 41.25. If we're able to break out of there, guys, this is going higher in my opinion, mid-high 40s at least in the short term, which could yield a pretty nice gain. We're talking 10-15% if it gets to the mid-high 40s from where it is right now. So Neil's looking great. It's reversing. It's still oversold. It still has some ways to go here, and I think there's a pretty good opportunity. So that's number one, ticker symbol NIO. Number two, it's a basket of stocks I'm looking at here, the gold stocks. And before you guys look at me like, Stas, you're a boomer, screw you, what are you doing? Buy Bitcoin, buy Shiba, don't buy gold, don't look at gold stocks. Hear me out. Let's look at gold stocks for a second. And before we even look at the gold stocks, and in this case, we're going to talk about two ETFs, two baskets of gold stocks. Let's look at gold itself, /GC. Let's pop it up. Gold's chart is starting to look pretty decent. Gold's been downtrending. You guys know that. It's been downtrending the past couple of months. You can see that on the 4-hour chart. And if I pop up the yearly chart, you can see it's been downtrending for more than just a couple of months, right? And now we're starting to reverse. That's the good thing. We're starting to break out of the downtrend, and we're pushing up towards those highs from the beginning of September, right around 1830. In fact, those were the highs even back in June, July. So in my opinion, now that we're trading above the moving averages on gold, we're seeing a golden cross, no pun intended. that was on the fly right there, guys. I'm pretty good for that one. Now that we're starting to move, and if we start getting out of 1830 into the mid-1800s and higher, that is going to be a breakout on gold. And I've been on record saying, I'm not ashamed to admit it. Even though I'm in my 20s, I have a little bit of boomer in me. I have gold, physical gold stocks. I own that. I own that, sector, if you want to call it, industry. I do have some money in there. So I'm going to put my alert on gold for 1830, right? If we start getting out of there, there's going to be a move higher in my opinion. And let me show you this 3-year chart. Your mind might be blown. Gold went from 1100 in the beginning, or rather end of 2018, all the way to 2000 in August of 2020. So it was about, what is that, 2 years or something like that? Less than 2 years. Gold doubled, guys, pretty much, from 1100 to 2,100. It doubled. People tend to forget that. So the fact that it's cooling off a bit here the past roughly over a year, it's been cooling off from 2,100 to 1,800. It's not that big of a deal considering it did very well in the prior 2 years before it got to 2,000, right? Or leading up to where it got to 2,100. It did very well. And overall, the 3-year chart is showing how gold is still holding the uptrend. So in my opinion, if we start getting mid-high 1800s, that is a big technical breakout for gold. And if this does break out, which I think it will in due time, GDX, which is ETF number 1, and GDXJ, which we'll talk about them together here because their charts are pretty much identical. These will break out, and they're actually already breaking out. GDXJ was in a downtrend for months from $55 to $37. It lost 32% value. It was trading under the moving averages. It was, death cross, all that stuff. Now it's above the moving averages. We're seeing a golden cross. Same thing with GDX. These ETFs are finally reversing, and they're taking out the highs from the beginning of September. So in my opinion, these are gaining steam. They're very oversold still. There's more room to run. And full disclosure, I own both of these, GDX, GDXJ. Again, like I said, I have physical gold. I own some of that. So I think, guys, even though it's not the sexiest category of stocks, You know, it's not Tesla, it's not Bitcoin, it's not the Bitcoin stocks, it's not the hype stocks. There's money to be made here, whether you're looking at it as a trade, a longer-term play. I think there's money to be made here, which is why I'm talking about them in this video. So keep your eyes out on gold, GDXJ, GDX here in the midterm, in the next couple of weeks, months. I think they will do pretty well. And the last one is DKNJ, which I also own. This is one that I own at about $59.20. I've bought the dip on this, and then on Friday, we dipped even more. Now, did I buy more on Friday or today? No, I have not, but I'm still eyeing it up to maybe add more to my position if we start going into going down to test the lows maybe from the middle of July. You guys can see middle of July, the stock got to about 42, 43. I'm kind of holding off on adding more until and even if it gets there, right? If it doesn't get there, it's fine. We're probably going to start breaking out from there. If it gets there, that's fine. I'll add more. So it's kind of a win-win scenario because overall, I'm looking to hold DraftKings for a while. It's a longer-term swing, and I'm looking to sell covered calls against it, which I actually closed my covered calls last week. I made about 60% on those, I believe, and now I'm looking to potentially open up some more covered calls against my DraftKings position, maybe for a month out, a couple weeks out, collect that premium while I wait to while I wait and wait for DraftKings to make a move, essentially, right? So DraftKings, very oversold. I mean, this one is down 30%. It's in a bear market from the high back in the beginning of September. And if we're looking at the high from back in the all-time high, middle of March, it's down even more. It's down 40%. So I'm happy buying DraftKings here, holding on to it, knowing there's volatility, knowing there's risk. It's not a very safe stock, guys, but with increased volatility, there's increased premium, which is why I'm selling calls against it, because I'm making income that way doing that. So that's pretty much it, guys. You know, NEO, gold stocks, DraftKings, that's what I'm focusing on right now. I'd love to know your thoughts down below in the comments. If you guys enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe, turn on that notification bell, and check out my Patreon. If you guys want to know all the moves I'm making, and today I've made a lot of moves. I counted before, I've posted 8 times in the Patreon today. That's linked down below. I post all my buy, sells, call outs, morning update videos every day there. That's all on Patreon. Check it out at StockSurfest.com/Patreon. Make sure to also get your 2 stocks from Webull, your $30 from M1 Finance. Those are linked down below as well. And that's it. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching again. As always, keep crushing the markets. Stay safe out there, guys. Peace out.